Today I'm going to teach you how to help your child not get distracted by an onslaught of notifications on their phone that can interfere with their focusing on things like school, schoolwork, studying, work itself, or relationships. So this video assumes you've already set up Family Share, already added your child's Apple account to your Family Share, and already set up a passcode that you did not give your child that passcode. Okay, so if you've done that, go to, on your phone, Settings, scroll down, go to Screen Time. Once you get to Screen Time, scroll down and find your child. Once you find your child, click on the name, and then this will take you into your child's phone. Okay, so from there, on your child's phone, scroll down. I'm going to help you find the daily average number of pickups and notifications, right? So go to Screen Time, go to All Apps and Websites, scroll down, and this is so you'll see the amount of time, the daily average screen time. You'll see some limits if you've already set those up. Most used apps, pickups, 68 daily pickups on average. The daily average of notifications is 84. You can go back up here and go to today. So if you wanted to look at just today, right? Just today, 50 pickups, 46 notifications. So let's go back to the week. Right at the top there. Okay, 100 pickups or 100 notifications in 16 hours is 1 every 10 minutes, right? So that could have a significant impact on your child's ability to focus at whatever activity they're doing if they're picking up their phone habitually every 10 minutes, right? And so the surest way is to use what's called app limits. And I've given a separate video just on app limits, but just as a reminder, come back out here, go to Settings, Screen Time, then go to App Limits, right there, right? And so you can add app limits, turn it on, by the way, toggle it if it's not already, and let's just take social, right? So for example, Instagram. You come in here, and as you may remember, you can tailor the amount of time per day, or you can customize it. Let's say, for example, I don't want any time on Sunday for Instagram. Just simply come back here and change the hours in minutes right there. And you want to block it at the end, right? So down here, toggle that on, block it. That means if you turn it on, when the time limit expires on that particular app, they'll be blocked, right? Okay, so I'm going to toggle out of that, cancel out of there. So that is how you can limit the amount of time that your kid spends on a particular app. The problem is that still does not stop them from getting bombarded before they reach the app limit while they're in school with notifications from that app, right? So how do you manage that? Unfortunately, you can't do that on Family Share. So you've got to back out, right, of your Family Share, go pick up your kid's phone, and then go to notifications. So you go to Settings, Notifications, and again, this is on your kid's phone, right? So I'm going to teach you generally, there's a couple of things you got to know about notifications first. Number one is the type of notifications, right? You can see here, you have Notification Center where you swipe down from the left corner on your screen and you get a whole center. This I'm showing you right now is, you can see it is the Notification Center. Also similar to the lock screen, when you have your phone off and you get a notification and it lights up. Badges is another type of notification. You can see the little one in a circle there. So that's another one. Banners. You'll see this across the top. Banners can be either persistent, meaning they stay there until you get rid of it, or temporary, drop down and then goes away. Now there's different timings of notifications that you kind of have to classify your apps into. So you think of apps where I need immediate notification, emergency type things, phone calls. I put on their messages like text as well. Another category is periodic or scheduled, and we're going to go into that specifically. But for example, I want to schedule all the notifications for these three apps right here, one to hit at 8 in the morning, one to hit at noon, one at 5. I don't want to get peppered with Facebook and Instagram notifications when I'm working, or if it's your child's phone, which is what we're talking about, you don't want to get them peppered with that stuff while they're in school. And then you have apps where you don't want any notification ever unless you go into it. So those are the three different timing of notification, types of notification, timing of notification. Okay, so let's just jump into this. I'm going to back out, show you where I was at, right? I'm in settings. I come down here, notifications. And there we have the display, right? So we're going to manage notifications, individual apps on your child's phone, right? So under display, you have what's called count, stack, or lists. So this is when you're in lock screen, right? And so do you want all of your notifications from Facebook to be separate from Messenger, separate from Instagram? That's list. That's the far right. Or do you want them stacked or layered so where you can kind of see them underneath each other? Or do you want it very minimal where it just says 5 notifications? You don't know where they're from or what they're from or who they're from, just you got 5 notifications. The next thing is you can see it right there where it says, if you scroll down, notification style. Every single app you have here on your phone, you can pick what kind of notification you want. So let's just do one. Let's do Instagram. Okay, so let's just say I don't want any notifications ever. Kill it. Gone. Right? So if this is your child's phone and you don't want them to get notifications ever from this particular app, unless they actually go into it, kill it. If that's not possible with this particular app, then you can do it immediate. You can schedule it, time sensitive, whether you want it on lock screen, notification center, or banners, you can delete all of that. If I just kept it like this, I would have sound, a little ding, and I would have badges, and that's it. I can kill the sound, right? I can kill badges. That's almost like killing it permanently anyways. So maybe I just want a banner and badges, and that's it. And now when you go under banner, you can say temporary or persistent. I definitely want temporary because I don't want it just sticking there and I have to swipe it away in order for it to go, right? And so I'm going to click never. I don't want any Instagram notifications. So my recommendation for you is on your kid's phone, go through every app and kill as many notifications from as many apps as you can. Clean it up because that will decrease the notifications they're getting pummeled with, which will decrease the number of pickups and distractions that they're getting. Okay, so that's the first thing. Let's go back to notifications right here, and let's go to schedule notifications. What this does is it allows you to group from the apps that you want to get notifications from in a scheduled manner. So for example, maybe I just want 8 in the morning and I'm going to do at lunchtime, right? Let's say my kid has a lunch. Maybe my kid has a lunch at 1 o'clock, right? So 8 in the morning, he's going to get notifications, and then at 1 o'clock, and then during lunch, and then after practice. When he gets done, he'll have 3 groupings of notifications. And you're asking like, well, what from? From which apps? Great question. That is the next thing. Apps in summary. Here we go. It's in order of the most notifications, right? And so Amazon, the phone gets a ton of notifications. So I scheduled it by just clicking that. Phone notifications, I want immediately. Good dog, if you're selling a dog, you want that immediately. Group, I'm going to schedule it. Power School, all of these things you can turn on or turn off, right? And you just go through the list. Okay, so that's how you schedule notifications. I've showed you how to get the daily average number of pickups and daily average number of notifications. Showed you how to put limits on apps. You can do both those things from your own phone. You jump on their phone, and then you kill a bunch of the apps that you don't want notifications going to them to ever, and you schedule the other ones and leave the rest as immediate. So now the question is, how do you lock this down so that your kid can't go back in and change this? So now you've got, go to settings, all right? Go to screen time, scroll down to content and privacy restrictions. Scroll all the way down here to the end, allow changes to. Number 1, by the way, go to passcode and FaceTime, click do not allow to change. Don't allow them to change the passcode on their own phone, right? Number 2, go to accounts. This is the kicker. I believe this will do it. Click don't allow them to change, add or delete or modify accounts and passwords and your settings, right? By following those steps, you'll be able to help your child maintain focus and not be distracted by an onslaught or bombardment of notifications on their phone.